Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the short video series. Today I'll be doing a video for how to draft a warrior. So I think I have a quest, yep, for the warrior. So, the warrior meta currently, there's a lot of people, a lot more people actually have started taking the acidic swamp ooze. And that takes a lot of power from the class. The warriors are really need weapons to do well. So, let's try to see if we can get a lot of weapons in this draft. The best card, first 15 picks should always be the best card available, and that would be the Sunwalker here. The Ancient Watcher is not a good card in Arena. In Construct, it's actually very playable, especially in the Druid class because you can silence it with your Keeper of the Grove, I believe it's called, 2/4. And the Pine-Sized Summoner is not a very strong 2-drop. It can die very easily and doesn't have very good stats. And drawing it late game, it's a pretty bad draw because it doesn't have 3 attack, and it's easily dealt with later on. So we'll take the best card available. Always take the charge units if you can, especially Core Crown Elite. The Warriors rely heavily on the charge mechanic, so the more charge cards you have, it's usually the better you're off. So I'll take the Core Crown Elite here, best card. Here, it's probably the Amani Berserker. Yeah. Best card here is probably the Amani Berserker. We don't really know if we'll need this Direwolf Alpha yet to buff a lot of things like Imp Masters. And the Silverwing Guardian is an average 4-drop. It has Divine Shield, so it's actually an okay pick sometimes, but we do want a good amount of 2-drops in every deck, and the Amani Berserker is probably one of the better 2-drops in the game, especially in Warrior deck where you can enrage it with a few other cards. Here, just no real synergy cards for Warrior, but we'll take the best card available. That would be Fen Creeper here. The Smithville Smith does have synergy with weapons, but it's also not that great of a card. So we try to aim for a 3-drop here since we're missing one anyways. And between the Scarlet Crusader and the Razorfin Hunter, the Scarlet Crusader is a bit better in my opinion because it has Divine Shield and has 3 attack. The Razorfin Hunter would be better if we had the Direwolf Alphabet earlier, but we didn't take it, so I think the Scarlet Crusader is the right choice here. Oh wow, okay, so Cruel Taskmaster and Shards and Cleric are both 2 very good cards, but I think Shards and Cleric edges out the Cruel Taskmaster by a bit here. Shards and Cleric pretty much is always good. Again, we'll take this Charge Minion here, just for the charge mechanic. Nightblade is not a great card in most decks. Maybe if you had a lot of burn in a mage deck, this would be a good finisher. And the Harpy has pretty bad stats for a 6-mana card. It just has Wind Fury, so if your opponent can't deal with it, which basically means you're winning anyways if they can't deal with the 4/5, so it's not too good of a finisher. We're going to take the Stormward Knight here. Raging Worgen or Slam? Raging Worgen's really good in a Warrior deck because of the Enrage mechanic. If you can give it Enrage somehow with a Cruel Taskmaster, for example, it's really strong. But Slam is just so good. 2 damage and you draw a card. If I didn't have any 3-drops, I would have taken the Worgen, but Slam is just too good to pass up, so I'll take Slam. Always take weapons, so this generates a 2/2 weapon, pretty easy choice. We don't have Seekers in the Warrior deck, can't really silence this, so Mortal Strike's the only choice. It's a good card. Ventrico Mercenary is a great card in a Warrior deck because even if your minions cost more, you can just keep playing weapons and using your hero ability to chop things. Shield Block's okay when you have a lot of weapons. We don't have a single one yet. Oh, we have much more the Weaponsmith, but not too many. But the Stormwind Champion's too slow for a Warrior deck, so the Shield Block's actually probably the best card here. Okay, Sea Giant is pretty much, I think, the best Giant. We could take the Blood Knight as well. We do have 2 Divine Shield cards, but when you have an actual good card, generally you take Blood Knight's an average pick. you take that if the other ones aren't very good, like for example, Hungry Crab and like a Murloc here. But the Sea Giant's actually playable, so we'll just take that instead. We don't really have too many uses for Cobalt Geomancer. We do have Slam. We can Slam for 3. I'm not sure that's worth taking over the Voodoo Doctor, though. The Voodoo Doctor, we can heal quite a few things, actually. Stormwind Champion, Corcoran Elite, Fen Creeper. So maybe we'll just go the Voodoo Doctor. We do want at least... Having one drop in a deck is always good. Just if you luckily draw into your first turn, it's something to play. If you're going first. Don't want too many 1-drops, though. Oh, man. Molten Giant is actually my least favorite giant. It's... So often it's a dead card in my hand. This feels bad having that in my hand. We have no Murlocs though. It's just a 3-mana 3/3. Oh, it's disturbing. What is the best card? The Molten Giant or the Murloc War Leader here? Probably Murloc War Leader. The Warrior's an aggressive deck, so you want to play cards whenever you can, and I guess this is a 3-drop if we're desperate enough. Okay, so we can either take Inner Rage or Whirlwind here, and do we really have anything good to Enrage right now? Not particularly. Although this does do 1 damage, it can kill a 2/1 for free early on to generate more pressure. So can Whirlwind, actually. Whirlwind's a lot better, though, if we have Battle Rage to draw cards. I might need this though if we fight a lot of Warlocks with Blood Imps, though. Tough choice. Inner Rage can do 2 damage though, because we can give something to attack. This is probably more preference than anything. I'm gonna go with the Inner Rage, but I think Whirlwind's an okay pick too. Okay, Acidic Swamp Boost is always a great 2-drop. You definitely need more 2-drops anyways, but this is one of the better 2-drops. Can just win you the game straight up if your opponent plays Gorehowl, for example, and you just crush it. Here's either the Silence or the Ancient Brewmaster, and 4-drop wise, we do have quite a few 4-drops. We have no Silence and no real 2-drops, so Owl's probably a bit better here. Even though it has 1 HP, if you can silence something, it's really worth it. Corcoran Elite, as explained earlier, best card available. The other cards are very good anyways, not real consideration here. Argent Commander is pretty much the best rare. Defender Argus is good, but not Argent Commander good. Just take Argent Commander most of the time whenever you see it. It's very few situations that you would not choose the Argent Commander. Impmaster, Arcane Golem. Impmaster, do we have any way to buff our 1/1 tokens? We have Shar Sun Cleric. That's about it. The Arcane Golem's actually quite good in a warrior deck. You don't want to play this, but like probably around turn, around the 7-8 mana mark you can play this, but playing it before then is too good for your opponent. But more charge is always good. I think we'll just take the Arcane Golem here. Corcoran Elite. Spellbreaker is a Silence, that's good. Stormwind Champion's too late game. We want more early pressure, and 3 mana for 3/3 is just not good statistically. I guess it's slightly more useful than this Murloc War Leader, but we have an actual good card here, so we'll just take the Spellbreaker. I really like Slam, I think we'll take that. And there's that Raging Worgen we passed up earlier. Oh, Bloodsteel Raider's good, but we have no weapons. This is not good. Where are our weapons? Cobalt Geomancer is actually interesting because it can combo with our Inner Rage now and our 2 slams. And since we have no weapons, I think I'm actually going to take the Cobalt Geomancer here. Yeah, we have 3 spells that can benefit from it right now, so... Actually 4, Mortal Strike. So, we'll take the Cobalt Geomancer. Unfortunately, this is looking like a weaponless warrior deck, aside from this one Weaponsmith. Cruel Taskmaster is a great 2-drop. It's pretty much inner rage built in. Oh, and there's our one weapon, Arcanite Reaper. Oh man, another inner rage. We do have that Kobold Geomancer now, so I guess so. And these two cards are terrible, so Imp Master by default. Alright, so we don't really have a very strong deck. Analyzing this, we're going to really rely on top decking Kor'kron Elite. Yet the key to this deck is really to know when to switch into aggressive mode and just throw everything at their face doing damage, so you can start top decking charge units like Kor'kron Elite, Stormwind Knight, Arcane Golem to finish them off. Getting this Arathi Weaponsmith early will be really key, especially going second. You're going to want to coin this out on turn 3, but there's only one. It's going to be hard to draw into. We do have a really good late game, though most of our late game cards are really strong. Venture, Coma Snare, Archer Commander, Sunwalker, Sea Giant. So we can actually take it to the late game. But card draw wise, we really only have Slam, I believe, and one Shield Block. But Shield Block doesn't really do anything. Yeah, we don't have too much card draw either, so if played correctly, you can probably get to 7 wins with this deck, but I don't think 9 is going to be very easy. Yeah, so the key when you're playing this deck will probably be to try to get one of these 5/2 drops out in the first turn. There's really no recovery mechanic in this warrior deck for a bad draw because we don't have Fiery War Axe, so we can't just draw into a weapon and recover. There's too few weapons to really count on them. We're going to have to play smart and just try to play on curve, play a 2-mana card on turn 2, play a 3-mana card on turn 3, 4-mana card on turn 4, and just win by having a properly curved deck and smart plays. Alright, well that's the Warrior Draft video. Thanks for watching.